Hello, here we go.
We'll go ahead and get started. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out on this beautiful fall day. This is the 20th meeting of the year of the Board of Directors here this Tuesday evening, October 21st. We'll begin with an invocation by Wallace Yamauchi, and I will lead the pledge. All rise.
Our Heavenly Father, blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be to you, our God, forever and ever. We pray, Lord, if it is your will, for the peace and prosperity of our beloved city, not for our glory, but for yours alone. We intercede on behalf of our mayor, our directors, our city manager, and all others in leadership or support roles, as together they focus on the business before them tonight. We pray they will be united in mission, focus, and voices for the good of the people they represent and the greater good of our city. We pray for wisdom and integrity as they consider routine business and make decisions on the resolutions, ordinances, and any other business that should be addressed tonight. And we pray any conversations with and from our guests tonight will be respectful and productive. Thank you for hearing our prayers. Thank you for your kindness and patience as you continue to mercifully call us back to you, and for any additional favor you would grant us. In the name of Jesus, our Lord and coming Savior. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll call this meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Director Aaron Holliday. Here. Director Phyllis Beard.
Present.
Director Marcia Dobbs-Smith.
Here.
Director Dudley Webb.
Here.
Director Karen Garcia.
Here.
Director Steve Trusty.
Here.
Mayor Pat McCabe.
Here. At this time, we'll consider the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions, deletions to the agenda, or items to be moved from the consent agenda to new business?
I move the approval of the
I
agenda.
have a motion by Director Garcia, second by Director Webb. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Agenda is adopted. This time we'll consider approval of the minutes of the regularly held meeting of October 7th, 2025. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections to the minutes as presented? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Approved.
Director Trustee, seconded by
Second.
Director Dobbs-Smith. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes are adopted. Recognition of guests. We have a special proclamation tonight celebrating 20 years of service to City of Hot Springs, LifeNet. And on behalf representing LifeNet is Elisa Haley, the CEO, and Adam Oliver. Please come forward while I read the proclamation. Celebrating 20 years of service to the City of Hot Springs. Whereas LifeNet Emergency Medical Services has provided outstanding and professional emergency medical care to citizens and visitors of Hot Springs for the past 20 years, and whereas since beginning operations in Hot Springs in 2005, LifeNet has responded to over 310,000 calls in the city of Hot Springs, demonstrating unwavering dedication to saving lives, providing compassionate patient care, and supporting our community through both emergency response and public education. And whereas over the past 2 decades, LifeNet has strengthened the safety, health, and resilience of our community, making it a safer place for those who live, work, and visit Hot Springs. And whereas the City of Hot Springs recognizes and deeply appreciates the professionalism and dedication of LifeNet and its employees, whose service has made a lasting and positive impact on our community. And now, therefore, I, Pat McCabe, Mayor of the City of Hot Springs, on behalf of the entire Board of Directors, do hereby celebrate LifeNet's 20 years of service in Hot Springs and urge all citizens to join me in expressing sincere gratitude for the dedicated service and life-saving care to our community. A witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the city to be affixed on this 23rd day of October in the year of our Lord 2025. So congratulations.
Thank you.
sir. Well, we appreciate this, the support, the continued support. I've spent a few meetings in here back over the winter. I think about 7 or 8 of them Tuesday nights in a row. At the time, I was the interim area director. Now I come back as the COO, and I just want to, the continued support. We're extremely thankful for that. And then, to make a promise that we're going to continue to, provide the same care for hopefully the next 20 years, and not only just be your emergency medical provider, but also being a good community partner, and grow as Hot Springs grow with y'all. And we just really do appreciate the support.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. At this time, we'll hear from our city manager for the city manager's report. Mr. Burrow?
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. I'd like to start off tonight by recognizing some of our new hires into our City of Hot Springs family. We've got Ryan Brown in our Planning and Development Neighborhood Services Inspector. Ginger Newton has joined us at District Court. Wesley Featherston, Hot Springs firefighter. Doug Whipke, Fleet Service Apprentice. Eric Tollett, Utility Billing Customer Service Rep. Justin Sheffield has joined our Street Department. Matthew Rowland in our Water Utilities Distribution. Gabriel Brewer is our new Fleet Service Supply Supervisor. So I want to welcome all of them to the City of Hot Springs and look forward to their service. Also want to recognize several promotions. We had Isaac Johnson promoted to a solid waste commercial helper driver. Janine Four promoted to our District Court Deputy Clerk. Scott Lampinen was promoted to our Hot Springs Police Department as a captain. He'll be over the field ops. Very good to see Captain Lampkin move up into that role. Nate Ryans was promoted to Hot Springs Police Department Lieutenant. He'll be over professional standards. Chris Shoemaker promoted to Sergeant. He'll be assigned to patrol. AJ Tart was promoted to Corporal, as well as Shane Lewis and Sean Stone. So want to recognize each one of those individuals for their promotions. And then want to recognize one of our retirements, Captain Lisa King, officially retired September 30th after 28 years of dedicated service to the Hot Springs Police Department. Throughout her distinguished career, she achieved really several historic milestones. She became the department's first female lieutenant and later became the department's first female captain. So wishing her all the best. She had a great send-off, and I know that it's well-deserved after those 28 years, so wish her all the best. At the Hot Springs Fire Department, they're currently holding its annual Hot Burn Aircraft Rescue and Firefighter Training. If you've never seen that, go out there to the fence. You'll be able to see some of it, but they're doing live fire training exercises. It's a week-long program. They bring in crews from Missouri State University with a fuselage that looks exactly like an airplane. They set it on fire and put it out about, several times a day. It does have a lot of smoke, a lot of fire. We get a lot of calls. Hey, you have an airplane crash. What's going on out there? But want to make everyone aware of that. Our federal regulations require airports that have commercial service to complete these training and standards every year, and appreciate those from Missouri coming down to help us get that training. We've done a lot over sidewalk improvements. Really proud of the West Belding Street. From Central Avenue to Carson Street is under construction. If you drive by there, you'll see it. The improvements include on-street parking and new sidewalks. Once completed, the south side of the street will have a 10-foot wide sidewalk connecting Central Avenue to the Majestic Park and the Hot Springs Greenway. The north side of the street will feature a 5-foot wide sidewalk, an 8-foot wide space for on-street parking, and then a buffer zone between that parking and the travel lane of about 2.5 feet. So had a lot of our engineers working on that project and making sure that that's happening as it should. But it was really, really needed in connections to that neighborhood. When you went through there, some areas had sidewalks, some didn't, some were cracked, some had cars parked on it. But we were able to do both sides of that, and really proud of what that's going to do to that neighborhood, and I think it'll really dress it up. Hot Springs Parks and Trails Department, proud to announce the grand opening and dedication of the final section of the Hot Springs Creek Greenway Trail, the Gene White Wallace Greenway Trail. I used to call it the Gene Way when she was with us. That was a 30-year in the making. Its first section was built, and I mean, really countless individuals, businesses, civic, nonprofit organizations gave their time, resources, and talent to bring that project to life. It's a true celebration of our community. If you haven't been out there, it's at the end of Television Hill Road, TV Hill. Take a look at that. We're really proud of that particular trailhead. It has a kayak launch as well that'll get you out into the lake. You got a credit card, you can show up and rent a kayak. We've got a kayak rental station. Really cool. Also with Parks and Trails, they attended the Arkansas Parks and Recreation Association in Fort Smith on October 2nd and 3rd. The department received Festival or Special Event of the Year in the 11-plus year category for their annual Arbor Day event, recognizing long-running community events that attract strong participation. They also earned the Programming Excellence for their Natural Resource Program of the Year Award, and that's for the new creek hopping event series that they started last year, honoring innovative nature-based programs like fishing, archery, and kayaking. And then I'm going to finish with Boo with the Badge. Appreciate everything that our police department and others do at this particular event. It will be a little bit different this year. It won't be held at the Hot Springs Junior Academy. This time it'll be Bridge Street, the Entertainment District, October 31st from 5 to 8:30. They'll be collecting candy donations up until the day of the event. If you'd like to donate, you can stop by Hot Springs PD and drop off your donation there in the front lobby. You can call Officer Omar Cervantes to set up a date that we can collect the candy if you need to. But that's always a big event, Chief. I don't know how many kids come through there, but it's amazing. The number of vehicles and kids that come through. So I really appreciate what you're doing there. And again, it's going to be down at the Entertainment District, Bridge Street area versus Hot Springs Middle School, or Junior Academy. Mayor, I'll conclude with that. I know we've still got a little work to do later this evening, so be glad to answer any questions.
On the Boo and the Badge, is that going to be fenced off like we normally would for
Yes.
Bridge Street Live?
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Any questions of our city manager? Thank you. Board of Directors announcements of upcoming events. Directors have announcements. Director Garcia.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to invite everyone to the 19th Annual Hot Springs Sunrise Rotary Fish Fry this coming Thursday, October 23rd at Family Park. It begins at 5 o'clock. And all meals can be boxed up for takeout, so you can stop by and pick up your delicious fish or chicken, French fries, coleslaw, hush puppies, fried biscuits, and a drink. All proceeds will benefit the Tri-Lakes CASA and Ouachita Children, Youth, and Family Services, so you can support a good cause and have a great meal. And secondly, I wanted to announce that on Monday at the Elks Lodge, Trunk or Treat in the parking lot. Members will have their cars and trunks decorated with special treats, and it's a safe environment for the children to come out between 5 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. on Monday, October 27th, and that's located at 132 Abbott Place. Thank you.
Very good. Other announcements? Director Holliday.
Let me pull it up here, make sure I get it right. Okay, thank you, Mayor. I did want to announce that the Park Avenue Community Association is having a trick or treat at Watkins Park. So for those families that live in and around Park Avenue nearby, it will be Friday, October 31st from 5:30 to 7:30. They'll be giving away candy. Everyone dresses up, and we'll have a few community organizations there helping out as well. So particularly for those that don't want to walk too far out of the neighborhood, it's a nice, safe way to do some good trick-or-treating. Again, that's at Watkins Park on Park Avenue, thanks to the Park Avenue Community Association.
So people can donate candy to your cause as well?
Absolutely. Thanks for that. They are taking candy donations at Red Light Roastery. So we would appreciate all we can get. Thank you.
Very nice. Director Webb.
Thank you, Mayor. I've got two events to share with everybody here this evening. The first is kind of an ongoing event. It'll be going on for, the next near future for a couple weeks, if not a month. And it is a fundraiser being done by the Lake Hamilton High School JROTC program. They are selling gourmet popcorn, and the popcorn that they're selling, or at least the funds that they receive from this gourmet popcorn, will go to many different things, such as their drill and ceremony teams, their rifle teams, their archery teams, their physical training teams, and Raider teams. Each of these teams are always in competition. They travel a lot, so they are seeking funding for the meals, the transportation, and equipment for all the young cadets. These funds are also allocated into different leadership training programs that the JROTC goes through. One summer, for example, they went to a course known as JCLC, which is a Cadet Leadership Challenge. So funds from this fundraiser would go towards many of the cadets to participate in trips like that. They also even take a sponsor trip to Washington, D.C. and the Naval Flight Academy, all of which help further their leadership experience. The way to purchase the gourmet popcorn is a link, so I want to encourage you to contact me for right now to get the link. And when you contact me, just say, hey, I want some of that popcorn you were talking about. I'll know what you mean, and I'll share that link right back with you. So I'll give you my email in just a few minutes. I want to share with you a couple of names of the gourmet popcorns that they're selling, because they were kind of neat to hear. One of the names is Butter Believe. One of the names is Caramel DM. One name is My Main Cheese. Another name is Little Kettle That Could. One is White Cheddar Go Getter. And another one is In Queso Fire. So that's 6 out of about, 15 or 20 different types of gourmet popcorns that they have that they're selling, and they were all kind of catchy. So let me give you my email for those listening, for those here, for those of you that are viewing. Dudley Webb 4, like the number 4, City Director HS @gmail.com. You can email me there, and I will get you the link. And if you didn't have enough time to write that down, you can go to our city government website page, go to the board of directors page, and you can find my email there. But yeah, just shoot an email to me, say, hey, I want some of that popcorn, and I'll get you hooked up with the Lake Hamilton High School JROTC. The other event is a fall festival. A lot of what we're talking about is food tonight. Lots of candy, lots of food. That time of the year. So we got a fall festival at Hot Springs Baptist Church. That's at the end of the bypass there off Albert Pike and Weston Road. The Fall Festival is Wednesday, October 29th. It's between 5:30 and 7:30. It's going to be lots of fun, lots of games, bouncy houses, competitive type games too, lots of food, lots of candy, and hay rides. Everybody loves a hay ride. And I'll be one of the captains for the hay rides too. So come hop on the trailer, do a hay ride with me next Wednesday, October 29th. Thank you, Mayor.
So far, we've had 3 announcements, and each one has some type of fundraising attached to it, or potential for donations. That's very nice. I'm going to add one to it. My wife and I, we're going to support Sally Carter and Lake Hamilton Schools program on feeding the less fortunate within Lake Hamilton School District. They have a special program on harvesting deer, and my wife and I will be funding the butchering of 10 deers that will then go to students, needy students and families at Lake Hamilton's school district. We started this last year. Ellen and I started participating last year, and I told them that it was such a good program we'd continue to do that this year. So Sally Carter is kind of the coordinator of that, We talked today, we already have it's muzzle loading season. It kind of snuck up on me. I don't really hunt anymore, so that snuck up on me. She says, we've already got two of your 10, Pat, allocated. So if anybody wants to kind of participate in that event, either with that school district or perhaps there's other opportunities in other school districts to support similar style programs. I'm not aware of any, but if they do have some, please come forward and make me aware. But it is a really, really good program. Lake Hamilton has a huge freezer chest where all this is packaged and then donated out to needy students and their families. So it's a worthwhile cause, and if we can get more people to donate, I think I'm donating $300, and that will harvest 10 deer or have butchered 10. I think the butcher is donating some of his time as well. So it's a good community involvement. So any further discussion?
Mayor, do we bring the deer to you?
Yeah, I'll put it on our Lexus and we'll run it right out there. All right.
Hunters for the hungry.
Hunters for the hungry.
So thank you very much. Any other comments? Director Trustee.
Mayor, on a lighter note, the Arkansas Elvis Festival is coming to the Convention Center October 23rd through 25th. Get ready to shake, rattle, and roll at this festival. Experience a dazzling showcase of talented Elvis tribute artists, live music, and exciting competitions. Whether you're a lifelong fan or new to the King's music, this event is sure to be a rocking good time. You can purchase tickets at www.arkansaselvisfestival.com. Thank you very much.
Is there a discount for showing up in an Elvis costume?
I will not be there. No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Any further announcements? Very nice. That's a nice cap off to our announcements. Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. These are of a routine nature that do not merit individual discussion. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Director Garcia, second by Director Trustee. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Consent agenda is adopted. We have a short list of new business items, and we'll begin with Resolution R-25-190, and ask City Attorney to read by title.
Resolution R-25-190, a resolution declaring a certain structure located at 101 Montreal Street a nuisance and condemning same pursuant to Title 17 of the Hot Springs Code. That concludes reading, Mayor. If you would entertain a motion second to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Director Trustees, second by Director Webb. And staff report will be provided by James Hardage, Neighborhood Services Manager. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Board, for allowing me to be here tonight. The City of Hot Springs is proposing condemnation for the purpose of raising and removing the structure located at 101 Montreal. This is a single-family residence located in District 2. The owners of the property are Corrine Cooper, Miss Peggy West, and Jacqueline Hill. Miss Cooper is deceased. In February this year, Miss Jacqueline Hill requested information from our office regarding having the city remove the structure. I spoke with Miss Hill and explained that the demolition by the city would result in a lien on the property. In March, Miss Hill returned with a signed and notarized copy of the consent for demolition form signed by both her and her sister, Miss Peggy West. She then explained that Miss Cooper was deceased. Property taxes for the property are current. That is due to the fact that there has been a homestead credit on the property. A title search performed in March indicated that the estate for Miss Cooper had not been probated, and the case file was given to the office of Schnipper, Britton, and Stovall in August for attorney ad litem services. The attorneys also sent notices to the children of Miss Cooper, Mr. Jabari West and Miss Lakeisha Cooper, as well as 2 financial institutions regarding tonight's meeting. On August 19th, our file was given to the attorney ad litem. At the same time as our file was given to the attorney ad litem, the city's public information department also posted notices on the city's social media pages, requesting information on additional owners or additional information on the owners. Each post included my office phone number. After the post was published to Facebook, I received a call from Miss Lakeisha Cooper, and she requested information about the condemnation process and asked about the board meeting date and time. After explaining the process, I recommended that Miss Cooper attend tonight's proceedings to address any concerns she had with the board. Soon after this process started, the siding and doors were removed from the structure by some family members who wanted those items. This has further damaged the property and increased the risk to public safety. Due to those risks and the owner's request to have the structure removed and having no reasonable alternative, we are recommending that the structure be removed.
Any questions of Mr. Hartage? Director Webb?
Thank you, Mayor. Was there any notice of opposition as you were going through this process by anyone?
No one that opposed, no, sir.
Anybody sign up to speak?
No, sir.
Any discussion amongst directors? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Director Holliday.
Aye.
Beard.
Aye.
Dobbs Smith.
Aye.
Webb.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Trustee.
Aye.
Mayor McCabe.
Aye. Resolution is adopted. Moving on to consider Resolution R-25-191. I'll ask City Attorney to read by title.
Resolution R-25-191, a resolution declaring a certain structure located at 229 Bluff Street a nuisance and condemning same pursuant to Title 17 of the Hot Springs Code. That concludes your reading, Mayor. If you would entertain a motion second to adopt.
Motion to adopt. Excuse me. You got Director Webb, seconded by Director Garcia. And again, Mr. Hartage will provide the staff report.
Thank you again. The City of Hot Springs proposes condemnation for the purpose of demolishing and clearing the structure located at 229 Bluff. Again, this is a single-family residence, this one located in District 1. Owners of record for this property are Herman and Flossie Knowles, both of whom are deceased. Neighborhood Services has had a file in our office since November of 1998. Many of the violations noted in 98 were also noted in other notices that have been issued over the past 27 years. We sent our last notice to comply in February of this year. Violations noted included missing and damaged siding, damaged roofing, damaged porch floors and porch roof, and the foundation of this structure appears to be original, and there is no footings that are noted and no foundation walls under this. There is signs of significant deterioration to the foundation. Following the receipt of a title search in June, the case was also given to the attorneys at Snipper, Britton, and Stovall for attorney ad litem services. The attorneys also sent notifications to Miss Adrienne Knowles and to Dewey and Naomi Knowles. The property taxes are current, having been paid by Miss Adrienne Knowles. On August 19th, same time the file was given to the attorney ad litem, the Public Information Department also posted notices requesting the public's help contacting any individual or additional property owners. At this point, I've received no phone calls regarding this property. Due to the extent of deterioration, the risk to the public health and safety, and the owner's inability or unwillingness to repair or remove the structure, and having no reasonable alternative, we are recommending the structure be removed.
Okay. Any questions of Mr. Hartage on this item? Director Webb?
Thank you, Mayor. So, Mr. Hartage, I've got the city map pulled up, looking at the property in question there off Bluff Street.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what's going on with the property, I guess, due southeast of 229 Bluff Street? I'm not really sure whether this one would have it.
Is this the one behind it?
Yes,
Okay, so that's
Is-
227 Bluff,
yes.
and that is a different, on a different parcel. It's a different owner. It recently sold, my understanding. Prior to the sale, there was a squatter in there that had a lot of trash and debris spread out everywhere. The new owner has since got that cleaned up, but that is on a different parcel and it's not included in this condemnation.
Okay, different parcel, and then you said new owner, and then he has cleaned that up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
You can see
Any additional questions on this from the board members? Hearing none, thank you. Anybody sign up?
No, sir.
Did anybody want to speak on this? Yeah, ma'am, please come forward and state your name, address, and district, please.
My name is Adrienne Knowles, and
Lance, can you pull that mic down? Thank you, ma'am.
all right, Adrienne Knowles, and I'm at 1622 Hobson, but I'm here on 229 Bluff, and I've been paying the taxes the last 5 years and been doing all the yard work and whatnots there. On March the 5th, I hired Attorney Harris to have the property put into my name. As of last month, he needed $1,500 more, which I do not have at the moment. And I asked what would happen if I were to put a new roof on and fix the things, because it's not in my name. I'm unable to get a permit to fix the things that are wrong. And I've been going 4 or 5 years now trying to get this property in my name, because my grandmother died in 1997. And she had 8 children, and 7 of them are gone. And the last one had given me a quit title deed. I'm still having issues, so I'm not sure. I did call. My uncles have filled it up with stuff in there. And I did call yesterday about a dumpster to start cleaning the stuff inside out. That's all I really know to do. I mean, without a permit or whatever, I'm not allowed to fix things.
Any guidance from Bill or?
Well, I mean,
Brian?
she's retained counsel. I'm not sure in your situation, this should be able to be handled through an affidavit of collection, not a formal probate proceeding. But I can't give you legal advice. There's a faster, more economical way of addressing that.
I actually had spoken, I want to say her name is Miss Short, maybe.
Shannon Short?
Yes. About, because they wanted an affidavit of heirship, which I did, but apparently my non-attorney signature is not good enough for their paperwork, even though I did pretty much take it from line and just change the information. I'm not an attorney, so that wasn't acceptable.
The problem that you're facing is because it's been so long since death. You only have 5 years to probate a will, had there been a will. Since the 5 years has passed, you'll have to go through descent and distribution, which means all of your aunts and uncles and their descendants. So if you said there were 7 or 8 children?
8 children.
Of your yeah.
And there's
So,
like 30-something of us grandkids.
yeah, so you and your cousins are equal owners in this property. And that's a pile of coat hangers for you. I understand that. But if everyone would sign on an affidavit, you could get that wrapped up. It's not going to be easy with that many people.
And I have everyone willing to sign an affidavit or a quit title deed, and except for one, I can't find one of my cousins.
Okay, is there anything else you want to offer?
No, I'm not.
Director Webb?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Can you tell me your name again, ma'am?
Adrienne Knowles.
Adrienne, and you live here in Hot Springs?
I do, on Hobson.
On Hobson. What are your intentions with this property? I know you're in the process of trying to get ownership of it. Is it your intentions to live there? Is that what you want to do?
And I have 4 children. I was hoping they could live there. My family's been on that bluff for some close to 80 years or something. My dad was born in that house. Most of the children were born in that house. And just would, my mother died when I was 3, and I was raised in that house. And I would like to fix it and have my children live there. And we actually are the ones that helped Mr. Joey, can't think of his last name at the moment, clean up 227.
You were saying that there's about 30 cousins, and I'm listening to you speak too, B. You were saying that you have about 30 cousins, and based on what you're sharing and due to the time frame of trying to acquire ownership of this property, it's going to require that she sign an affidavit that includes the consent by all of the other cousins that she has to obtain sole ownership of this property.
In order
Is
to
that
get,
correct?
in order to get title into one individual's name, yes.
Do you have any proof to show us tonight that you've gotten confirmation from a majority of those cousins? Or
No, I've.
how many of the
verbally
30
spoken
would
with
you
them.
say that you've talked to who said, yeah, we don't have a problem with you being the sole owner?
All of them except for my one cousin, Tammy, which I do not know where it is, and I have one cousin who's in prison. But I did actually speak with them at the prison, and I can send the quit title deed, and they will send him in front of a notary and send it back.
What does the statutes or law state for somebody that she's unable to contact? Like if there's 30 and she has 29 who consent to her having ownership, what do you do about the one that she can't reach?
If she can't do it by way of affidavit, then she would have to go through a formal probate process, and they would be a warning order issued for the individual that can't be located.
What does that time frame look like? Warning order mean like they're posting and
That could be the issue that Mr. Harris is running into. He's not able to get a hold of one of the heirs, one of the descendants, and so he's needing to go through that warning order process through a formal probate proceeding, which is unfortunate because this could easily be done with an affidavit.
So would that mean too, like after so many days of trying to reach that person, you could show that to a court and they would allow the ownership to be given to her even without that one person? Is that kind of what you're saying?
They would allow for a warning order to appear at a hearing, and if they do not show at the hearing, then they're in default.
So have you had a good look at the property here recently? I'm going to venture to say that you have. Have you seen how much work is involved in it?
Yeah.
What kind of plan or outlook do you have to take care of that work?
So my partner is, he remodels, that's what he does for a living, so I'm just waiting to be able to get permits to be able to put the roof on, and I have an electrician, so I'm just pretty much waiting to get it in my name, which I actually had gone and went to put it in my name. They gave me a book and a title page, and I think it was probably 4 or 5 weeks later I received a letter that, just kidding. So.
Well, I don't doubt that you have a strong commitment to take ownership. It sounds like you've got a lot of sentimental value connected to the property. It does require a lot of work, but I value that there is somebody here in Hot Springs who wants to renovate their property that's been within their family to keep it from being, condemned and demolished. I do want to ask, though, what kind of safety issues do we have and what might need to happen to prevent any harm to someone if she were to, say, be given a little bit extra time to maybe acquire ownership? Would there need to be some type of safety parameters put in place around the property to prevent any harm from others?
If the concern is whether or not it's vacant and open, then you could render a decision that you want to have it boarded and secured pending some continuance that you're going to grant on the demolition to see how well the probate proceeds. And again, the other irony of this, she's been paying the taxes, Had she not paid the taxes, it would have gone up for a tax sale, and someone could have purchased it at the tax sale and taken ownership. So that, it's no good deed goes unpunished in this scenario.
What's the desire of the board?
I
Mr.
think-
Hardage, could you come back up, please? From a public safety standpoint, what would need to be done to secure the building?
The structure is secured at this time. The problem is similar to what we had at 227. Because of the location of Bluff Street, it's maybe 100, 150 yards from Magnet Street. I mean, it's basically the dead end of Bluff Street up against the mountain there. So it is out by itself, so keeping people out of it is not always the easiest thing out there in the middle of nowhere like it is. But it is currently secured. Can't guarantee that it stays that way. The other problem is the holes underneath it, keeping things from going in and out, and other animals from going in and out. And so,
The hard work has been done as far as getting this before the board, going through the ad litem process, getting proper service, albeit constructive service, so that the parties are aware and you're in a position to make a decision now. If you were to table it for a period of time to allow her to try to work with Mr. Harris to wrap things up in the probate court, at least you're at a point where it's not going to slip away. You can reset it for another date, and the service is still good, and she can come back and report to you if that's what your inclination is.
Well, I'm kind of thinking that if we brought it back to the board in 60 days, is that something that we would feel comfortable with? So let's see, where it'd be the last meeting in December, I guess. We're going to have 2 meetings in December.
Currently.
Director Webb.
Thank you, Mayor. I was just going to concur with what you're saying. I want to see, hearing from our department to say that the building is secure for now. I do worry about the holes underneath, and want to see that kind of addressed if you're able to. But it is secure. She is trying to gain ownership of this property. She does want to fix everything up to continue living there. So the 60 days tabling it is kind of where I'd like us to go.
We'll do date specific. We'll hear it again, ma'am, on December 16th, right here at City Hall, okay?
Is there a motion?
Yeah, we need to formalize
We
this.
move to a table to December 16th business meeting.
Second.
Yeah, Director Garcia, seconded by Director Webb. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Pose same sign.
Ms. Knowles, I'll reach out to Mr. Harris this week and see if I can provide any assistance to him, okay?
Our next item is consider resolution R-25-192. Ask city attorney to read by title.
Resolution R-25-192, a resolution declaring certain structure located at 210 Walter Street a nuisance and condemning same pursuant to Title 17 of the Hot Springs Code. That concludes your reading, Mayor. If you would entertain a motion second to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Director Dobb-Smith, seconded by Director Webb. And again, Mr. Hardage will provide the report. Welcome.
thank you again. The City of Hot Springs proposes condemnation for the purpose of demolishing and clearing the structure located at 210 Walter Street. This is, again, a single-family residence located in District 1. The owners of the property were Ralph Williams and Louise Roma Williams, both of whom are deceased. Notices of compliance have been issued by the Neighborhood Services Division to the address of record for Mr. and Ms. Williams, as well as Ms. Barbara Crom since November of 2021. During the course of our communication, the family had the collapsing porch roof removed, with no other improvements happening after that. Violations to the Hot Springs Maintenance Code addressed in these notices include damaged roof resulting in leaks, damaged interior ceiling and walls, In addition, our office receives regular calls of a squatter living in the structure. A check with Energy and Hot Springs Utility shows that there are no active accounts for this property. Property taxes for the property are 2 years delinquent with a bill of $413.87. Following the receipt of the title search in October of last year, the estate having not gone through probate, the case file was also given to the attorney Snipper, Britton, and Stovall in August for attorney Lottom services. The attorney sent notices to Miss Barbara Crom and Miss Donna Locks. Ms. Crom had filed an affidavit for small claims in 2022. However, county records still reflect Mr. and Miss Williams as the owners. After receiving the letter from the attorney, Ms. Crom called my office and explained that her sister, Miss Locks, had passed away last year and she is the sole heir of the estate. And as such, she is trying to have the title changed into her name. Again, I advise Ms. Crom to attend tonight's proceeding in order to explain the situation to the board. At the same time, it went to the attorney. Public Information Department also posted notices requesting the public's help with contacting any additional owners of the property. Again, my phone number was included in those posts. Other than the conversation that I had with Ms. Crom in September, I received a phone call from an unidentified person last week requesting information about tonight's meeting. Due to the extent of deterioration, the risk of public health and safety, and the owner's inability or unwillingness to repair or remove the structure and having no reasonable alternative, we are again recommending that the structure be removed.
Any questions of Mr. Hartage? Director Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. The photos in here are dated October of '24, and they're that I know that it was sent for title search and all that since then. But is still in the same condition, or are there any current pictures?
It is still in the same condition, yes, ma'am. There should have been some 25 pictures, but I may not have included those.
I didn't
They
see
may have been
it.
missed.
No, there's no.
Any additional questions? Thank you. Do we have anybody sign up?
No, sir.
Does anybody in the audience want to speak on this? Please come forward and restate your name and address, please.
Barbara Jean Crone, and I live at 271 Kite Trail.
Tell us what's on your mind.
The house has been in my family for many, many years. My parents live there. I've lived there. My kids have lived there. My grandkids have lived there. My mom's wish was for it to go to my grandson, and he moved to Texas. And so up until this year, I think, or last year, I've kept the, well, I didn't know it was delinquent, so I paid 2 years delinquency on it. And I still owe for, I guess they're a year behind, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I still owe, and I'll pay that when I get paid next month. I'd like to restore it and just keep it in the family. I'm not planning on living there because I live where I am now, but I'd like to keep it in the family in case one of the grandkids wants to live there. It was in my grandmother's and my mom and stepdad's name, and my mom died in '22. And the house next door I own, it was in my uncle's name, and he just gave it to me when my mom passed. So my son lives next door, and he's been keeping an eye on it and keeping the yard work done. He's the one that took the eave off the house because it was falling down. I've got some friends that do carpentry, and then I have a friend that does that's electrician. As soon as I can get it put in my name, I'm planning on having some work done on it.
So tell me the process of having it placed in your name.
I don't know how to do that because I've never had to do anything like this before. So I talked to this gentleman here, and he told me to see about maybe getting some help on getting an attorney or something to have it put in my name.
You were how many years back where you was on the taxes, on the real estate taxes?
I think when I paid it up, I think I paid, seems like it was close to 800 or something. It was like 2 years delinquent, and I owe what is due now, which I'm going to pay either the end of this month or the middle of November, probably this month, but then it should be paid up. I had to make payments to Little Rock since it was so far behind.
Mr. Hardage, will you review again the public safety aspects of the structure in its present condition?
Again, the structure appears to be secured. We do receive numerous calls from neighbors about somebody going in and out of the structure. We had a call last week about somebody tampering with the water meter. I reached out to utilities, let them know. I mean, they're not there when we go by, but we get these calls all the time from the neighbors across the street and down the street. Other than that, it appears from the fence line, when you're driving by, it appears to be secured.
Any questions from board members? To Ms. Crum?
Mayor, if I could, what is your relationship to Ralph and Roma Williams?
Roma was my mom,
Roma
and
was
Ralph
your-
was my stepdad.
Your mother, okay.
Yeah.
Who was Ola Cogburn?
Oh, Mayola
Yes.
Coburn.
Mayola.
That was my grandma.
Okay.
And can I say something about the neighbors? They are against my son who lives next door. They've been in and out of court over various things. So and my nephew lived next door to 10 Walter Street, and he did not want any of us up there. And when my mom came to live with me, he kind of decided we weren't part of the family after she died. He said he was glad she went to live with me because I was actually taking care of her and she was doing better. And then she passed away about 4 weeks after she moved in. But his daughter had been taking care of her and not very well, so it was all I could do to talk her into coming to my house. And my uncle called her and told her that he wanted her to come live with me at least until she got better. So it's been a hardship. And Zach, my nephew, he owns some of the houses there, and he wanted the whole block. So he wasn't too happy when I moved my son in over there, and he wanted this house so he could have the whole block. But he's got the neighbors kind of feuding with my son, so it's just an ongoing thing. I've talked to the police and everything about stuff that's been going on, so there's nothing I can do about it, though.
Did Ralph predecease your mother?
Yes, he passed late 1990s, and she died 3 years ago.
Did she have a will, to your knowledge?
We can't find one. We thought the will was in the safe that was in her house, and when we went in to clean out her house, the safe was gone. It had been in this closet as you walk into the living room, as far as back as I can remember, and it would take 4 big guys to move that safe. So we're kind of thinking that my nephew took it, but all her stuff was in there, and we have nothing. And I don't know who she would have gone through as far as a lawyer or anything to make out a will. I don't even know how to find out.
Director Webb?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. So, ma'am, what was it that you were saying that your son lives next door to this property in
Yes.
question?
Mhm.
And Mr. Hardage, I might have to ask you a question again. Just a minute ago, you were sharing with us that there were some complaints, one as recent as last week, and they had to do with, I guess at the time last week, that somebody was messing with the water meter. What does that mean exactly? Was it, did they break a water pipe, or did any water leak
Typically when
somewhere?
you're tampering, and I don't know what the situation was here, but typically when you're tampering, you're trying to jump across the meter to get city water to your house without passing the meter and having to pay for it.
Would that mean that somebody is in the property in question trying to get water there?
That's the implication, yes, sir.
Have you had, or have you seen any evidence to show that maybe somebody has done that?
I have not
Other than-
looked
okay.
at the water meter. I turned it over to the utility department.
What in your opinion needs to happen to have this home up to code?
It needs a new roof to
Okay.
start with. Because at one point, and I'm assuming it was her son, because it was the next door neighbor, let me walk through the house, just opened the door and showed me, and I could see the plastic hanging from the ceiling where he was, the roof is leaking and causing the living room ceiling to collapse. So they had plastic on there to kind of funnel the water into a bucket. And so the roof's got to be fixed, then the inside's going to have a lot of cosmetic work, sheetrock, and it's been without power for so long, so it'll have to be brought up to electrical code. Plumbing will have to be looked over. But structurally, got to have a new roof on it. Got to stop the leaks.
Would that be what is the most imminent?
That would be the first thing to fix, assuming the foundation is good, because you want to start from the ground up. But if the foundation is good, then the next thing is the roof.
How do you prevent somebody from tampering with the water meter? Is there some type of safety device to put on, or?
Typically, if they get I believe if utilities gets a complaint, they'll go out and remove if there is a meter there, and they'll cap it off in such a way that they can't just jump across it.
And were your records showing that there wasn't any water on at this property?
There's no water on it. The property hasn't
Okay.
been any water in quite some time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me your name again, ma'am.
I go by Jeannie, but it's Barbara Chrome.
So Miss Jeannie, how realistic does it sound to you that maybe within 60 days you are able to acquire legal representation and begin to devise some type of legitimate plan to address at least the needs of a new roof?
Yes, I can do that.
And then also to address the liens too, where there's some.
Well, she's got sounds like one more year of property tax due, which she addressed, indicated.
Okay. You're going to
Might
do
be
that by the
taken
end of
care
this
here
month?
in the next
Yeah.
30 days.
Mayor, I look at this case similar like we did the previous resolution, and would suggest that we bring this resolution back to the board in 60 days as well, or December 16th.
December 6th.
Yeah, excuse me, December 16th, and see where we are.
Make that an informal motion.
I make that as a formal motion.
Got a motion and a second to rehear this on December 16th. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
We'll see you in the 16th.
Can I say one thing to you, Mr. McCabe? Or
Please.
Mayor McCabe? I remember you from Levi because I worked there.
I remember you.
I wasn't sure if you did because that was over 30 some odd years ago.
I'm still of sound mind.
Well, I'm not.
Well, there might be a vote on that later. But,
All right, thank you.
thank you,
I know we, excuse me.
Director Webb.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I know we just passed this and are ready to move on to the next item, but before we do, and I probably should have addressed it prior to making the motion, or maybe not, but if we were to receive any other complaints over this water meter, would it be within the purview of the city to remove that meter from this property until there are steps taken to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's theft of services.
Okay. Thank you.
We have two action items remaining, both are ordinances, so we'll begin with consideration of ordinance O-25-42, and I'll entertain a motion and a second to suspend the rules and read by title.
So moved.
I got Director Garcia, seconded by Director Trustee. I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules and read by title. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Council, please read by title.
Ordinance O-25-42, an ordinance waiving competitive bidding for pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated -14-47-138, and authorizing an agreement with Max Foot Construction Company, LLC, for installation of 2 tertiary filters at the Davidson Drive wastewater treatment plant. That concludes your reading, Mayor. If you would entertain a motion second to adopt.
Motion to adopt, Director Webb, seconded by
Second.
Director Holliday and Todd Pillar,
Holiday. It was Dob Smith.
Engineering Project Manager.
It
Pardon?
wasn't Holiday, it was
Oh, it's Director Dob
MVS,
Smith.
yes.
She's working on her box score tonight.
All right. So noted. Todd will provide us an overview. Welcome.
Thank you and good evening. This first one for Max Foot Construction. As you know, back on October 7th, the board allowed staff to purchase directly from Aqua Aerobics the 2 new tertiary filters that are going to go at the Davidson Drive wastewater plant. And believe it or not, only 22-week delivery. Most of the stuff I bring you is like 52 weeks or 60 weeks or 12 months or whatever. But anyway, we want to get this done. The installation and construction. It's a very large foundation. When these filters are in operation, they each weigh 300,000 pounds. It will require a large foundation and a retaining wall to be built. And Max Foot will also supply all of the 54-inch inlet and outlet piping and valves to go to the filters. And more importantly, when the filters get here, they will supply the cranes to offload them and set them in place, because each filter weighs a shipping weight of 65,000 pounds each, 35 feet long, 12 feet wide, 15 foot high. And this also includes some repair and replacement of existing valves on the other 2 filters that we have there now. And the total price is a not to exceed price of $3,180,513. It will be taken out of the 2025 wastewater bond fund.
Very good. Any questions of Todd? Director Garcia.
This proposal was based on full equipment delivery no later than July 15th of 2026. Are you very confident of that delivery date now?
Yes, I just sent the purchase order to Aqua Aerobics last week, so 22 weeks. I don't know the exact date, but 22 weeks. So it'll be here before then.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? Thank you. Anybody sign up?
No, sir.
Any discussion amongst directors? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Director Beard,
Aye.
Dob Smith,
Aye.
Webb,
Aye.
Garcia,
Aye.
Trustee,
Aye.
Holiday. Aye. Mayor McCabe.
Aye. Ordinance is adopted. Our final action item of the evening is to consider ordinance number O-25-43, and I'll ask the city, we'll need a motion and a second to suspend the rules and read by title. Director Trustee, seconded by
Second.
Director Webb. Got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Council, please read by title.
Ordinance O-25-43, an ordinance waiving competitive bidding pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated Section 14-47-138 and authorizing an agreement with Max Foot Construction Company LLC for construction of a new discharge effluent structure at the Davidson Drive wastewater treatment plant. That concludes your reading, Mayor. If you would entertain a motion second to adopt.
Motion to adopt. So moved. Director Webb, seconded by
Second.
Director Holliday. And staff report will be provided by Todd. Welcome back.
Thank you. Max Foot out there doing concrete work. As you probably know, if you've been out there, they built a 100-foot diameter concrete clarifier. They built the structure for the generator, and they've built the chemical feed. And so while they're there, KJAX Construction is working on the 54-inch outfall pipe that goes from effluent of the plant down to Lake Catherine. And we need to get this structure in before, they're gonna start in the lake because Energy, you probably saw an email that Energy's drawn Lake down 7 feet for us in December and January. So we want to get the structure done to allow connection to the outlet structure, and we're also going to put in some new flow devices. And it's a 54-inch outfall, and this concrete structure is 27 feet wide, 37 feet long, and 17 feet deep. And the not-to-exceed price for Max Foot Construction is a not-to-exceed price of $510,000. Again, this will be coming out of the board-approved 2025 wastewater bond fund.
Any questions of Todd on this item? Director Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. In this proposal, they didn't say dates like in the other one, but you're saying their proposal, it's going to be immediate because it's going to take place during this drawdown. So this work will begin, the work they've been doing, this will be, they'll be already be there. So they're going to get it done while
Before KJAX gets up.
To that.
KJAX is going to start in the Lake Catherine with the drawdown, and they're going to work their way back up to the wastewater plant. So that gives Max Foot time to build this structure before they get there.
Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, the KJAC, their work with the 54-inch pipe, what's the length on that? 300 feet?
Oh, no.
Quarter of a mile? Half mile?
I can't tell you. I want to say like 3,000 some odd feet.
All right.
It's over a half a mile.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
That's a ways.
I don't know the exact length. I should know it, but I don't.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to let us know.
Do what?
They weren't going to do it in a week. I was just trying to tie back into what Karen was saying with Director Garcia on just the timing of it all. So, very good. Any additional questions of Mr. Pillar? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody sign up?
No, sir.
Discussion amongst directors. Hearing none, please call the roll.
Director Dobbs Smith,
Aye.
Webb,
Aye.
Garcia,
Aye.
Trustee,
Aye.
Holliday, Beard,
Aye.
Mayor McCabe.
Aye. Ordinance is adopted. That concludes the action items for the evening. Board of Directors items for discussion. Any items for discussion? Director Holliday.
Thank you. I just wanted to extend some appreciation. A couple of members of the Majestic Committee, Vince Signorelli and Todd Green, actually spent Monday evening with the Park Avenue Community Association listening to input on residents' thoughts on the Majestic site and sharing with them information similar to what they shared with us here on the board. I was out of town. I haven't watched the video yet, so I don't exactly know how it went, but I do appreciate their willingness to take time and go speak to the neighborhood, and I know a lot of people in the neighborhood really appreciated that as well, and appreciated being part of the conversation, since whatever we do there on the Majestic site will have a huge impact for those living in Park and Whittington. So just saying thanks.
Any other items for discussion? Director Garcia.
The board is in work sessions, working on the proposed budget, and I just wanted to really thank city management and staff for the format that we received the proposals, and particularly appreciate all of the information provided with the reserves detail and the grants. I found that very good information for our consideration. Thank you.
Any additional comments or questions? Items for discussion? Just for the general public, the Board of Directors and City Administration began meeting today at 4 p.m. in advance of the 6 o'clock City Board meeting. The purpose was, as Director Garcia said, is to begin the discussions of the 2026 budget. We still have a little bit of work left, so when we conclude today, you guys all go and enjoy your evening, and we're going to stay here and finish our budget discussions. We're nearing the end, but we might have another 45 minutes to an hour. So, Director Garcia, do you have any other comment?
If there's no further questions or comments, move to adjourn, Mayor.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Okay.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. It's kind of a